I am going to challenge you guys to go and subscribe to this long video. I want to start by saying that if, for example, you are at this point in time have a long journey because you started from out of nowhere and you are going through you're tired, you're having a lot of doubt. I am here to tell you that I personally did not have that problem because I was born and I was, my dad passed and I left and I doubled down and worked hard, and after a while things break loose for me. Okay. Then I moved to the US. When I got there, there was a deja vu all over again, where the US turned out to be what I had when I was a little kid, that difficulty. So I doubled down again and went through that Spain. I duplicated what I did back when I was a little kid before I was able to have a breakthrough here. Then I went for double the time that I used in making my first breakthrough, because my first breakthrough came as a result of the fact that I was a son of the soil. So if you are working hard and you are a son of the soil, even though you know what you are doing, you'll be able to get head on. But the double the time there in US was as a result of the fact that when I got there, I fell back into square one and I had to learn the rope. As soon as I learned the rope, I was successful. But I wanted to just return back. I was told that the situation here is grave. So I used that last half of the time I spent there to have a world view. And I'm back in Nigeria, not on my two legs. I was shipped back. I was kidnapped back by my family, my caregiver, who felt that I wasn't going to make it there because they didn't know that I had a bottleneck of birth defect as a child. And when it was that bottleneck that I was trying to overcome. So by the time I overcome it, within that half of the time I was there, they didn't know that. So, but they said they're going to bring me back, and they brought me back. So I'm back now, and I'm like, okay, I'm back a year and a half now. I'm now saying, okay, what is way forward? My way forward is going to be the fact that I could not predict when I was going to be able to break through when I was a little kid. For the lengthy period of time which I spent, I wasn't able to be able to know the time frame of when I will have a breakthrough. So by the time I got to America, I could not guarantee when I was going to have a breakthrough again too. So the reason I'm making this video is for you who is thinking you have something that you're working on you can't see the end of the light at the end of the funnel. I'm here to tell you that you cannot predict that part. You cannot be able to say, this is what's going to happen here, this is what's going to happen there. You're not going to be able to predict that. Some of them will just happen like that. But I want to warn you guys about something. And I'm going to say that my second half in America was more of a time when I was swapping the roadmap in front of me, which I was successfully at doing when I was in Nigeria. And when I got there, that roadmap, I was successfully able to accompany. So when I wanted to come back, they were telling me not to come. I switched gear and started doing what you call something that is not, uh, is out of the ordinary, orthodoxy. So it took another lengthy period of time to be able to overcome that. What I did not do there was not to change position. I only worked on what I wanted to become learned because my problem was academic. And I was able to overcome that. And I'm back to Nigeria now. This is the first time I'm getting my eye visited in minds over matter. Minds over matter. Minds over matter. Money, which is root of all evil, stuff like that. So I'm getting ready to hit that ground running. I am already successful. So if you are out there and you're having difficulty and you are feeling, I felt that one point. What I felt, when I felt it was when, as soon as I arrived in America, as soon as I arrived there, the first thing that the system wanted to tell me is to abandon who you are and become who you are not, and we would give you, he said, seek first the power of the kingdom of dollars. Everything else shall be added unto it. And I said, to hell with that. I only came here because of my academic bottleneck that I didn't know I had. But now that I've discovered it, I'm going to try to hit the ground running. And I did it. And I was able to do it. There was a time there where I really felt that I was against, the whole world was against me because I was doing something that other people don't do. That is work really, really exceptionally hard. And I'm able to accompany. So if you find yourself working hard, don't get mad. Just double down and keep going. You will definitely come out shining like roses. But be advised that you may want to test the water by doing not what is in front of you if you want to become top of your industry. If you don't want to become somebody like, say, like Buhari, who I think is a sadist. Bless his heart. I think he's a sadist because he's, or somebody like Asiwaju, I think he's a sadist. Somebody like Trump, I think he's a sadist. Putin, I think he's a sadist. And Netanyahu, I think they are sadists. Elon Musk, I think they are sadists. So the reason I'm saying that is that you need to brace yourself and say you're going to do something that is out of the ordinary in the context of people like Aristotle, Spinoza, Martin Luther King, and those people who came to Africa and got the trimmings we have in Egypt and took it to go and re-engineer it to their own advantage. I'm lucky to have been able to go to abroad and break bread with the belly at the belly of the beast, and I'm ready to come. I'm back again now to re-engineer what they re-engineer. So it's finally, let me close this out by saying that the biggest difficulty that I think it's in the front of me right now, irrespective of the fact that I've already had a breakthrough, because if you are able to quantify, this is what I did in the past 1 year, this is what I did in the past 6 months, and quantify it and able to know module by module by module by module, you definitely have made a lot of progress. So I don't have to, or let me say this way, what I am sharing with you guys, that if you feel pain and you feel tired, that something you're doing is not working, don't worry about it, because keep what you're doing and do it. On the long run, something is going to pop, something is going to happen. It's not going to happen when you least expect it. Some will happen really quickly. I'm not talking about those people who are having to go to work every day, they go to the bank, or those politicians who got their eye visited how much they were going to be able to steal when they get into office. I'm not talking about this one. I'm talking about someone like Peter Obi, who decided against all the odds that I am going to help Nigeria out, just like I personally have said. So those are the people that are like are going through the same thing that I'm going through. But they are not going through it. And if you ask them, would they do it all over again? They will say, yes, I'll do it, because whatever they have done, they had a good time. They had a ball. It was not something they didn't want to do. And they're able to say it categorically like I'm saying it. I am sharing this with you guys because if you're tired, you're having a lot of difficulty with life, remember that the contrary wind that blows against you helps you to soar to the next elevation. I'm going to wrap this up by saying that if you organically, out of your mind, go in and subscribe to this video, which is the area in which I am rusty right now, you will be helping our community of color to be able to move to the next level. My phone number is 234-70-3362-7981. azimikoko.com is my landing page. azimikoko26@gmail.com. You can buy my book, is Seller, SELAR.com. You can send me a direct message at 234-70-337981. I'm getting calls coming in, but a lot of the people are not talking to me because they probably don't know what they are looking for. But I'll continue to take their call. If they're not talking, there's nothing I can do. I can't force them to talk. Thank you. Bye-bye.